Hello everyone, how is everyone doing? It is Oxnam Gaming 08 here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And also, welcome back to some more Gotham Knights. If you remember in my previous video on this game, I showed you how to unlock the achievement titled The Bat Family, where we had to play as all the playable characters in the game. And it looks like in today's video, it looks like we are going to be doing all of the training exercises in the game. So basically, if you do not know how to access the training, you have to be in the Belfry and go to this workout area. Then you need to choose this stick-like dummy, and then hold the A button, or X if you're playing on PS5, and you'll get 3 types of training. Basic, abilities, and advanced. And we're going to be doing all of the training in this video. We're going to be starting off with the basic training. And these are the basics on how to play the game. And then abilities shows you how to use your momentum abilities. And advanced training is basically, well, advanced if you ask me. But let's get into this. But anyway guys, if you at any point enjoy, or if you'd like to see me make more videos like this, which I hope you do, then do consider dropping a like on this video, and also if this is your first time watching the channel, do consider subscribing and turning on all the notifications if you have not done so already, so that you cannot miss my future uploads on this game, which is going to be every weekday at 3 PM British time, and subscribing is a brilliant way to helping me reach 200 subscribers, which I very much appreciate, assuming as that's my next sub goal. And thank you all so much for the love and support on the channel, but we got some training to do, so let's get into this. Alright, so our first training exercise is called Interrogation, where we have to interrogate our enemies to learn new information.
Physical and mental preparation go hand in hand. Here, we can train the mind to prepare the body, but it requires deep focus. Let go of your anger, and listen to the sound of my voice.
Okay. Alright, locating informants. Hold down on the D-pad to scan criminals and locate information. Grab informants to interrogate them. Reduce their HP or approach from stealth to get them talking. Okay, so right stick to aim, hold down on the D-pad, and then... Alright then, so enemies can be interrogated after they've been grabbed. Use stealth to approach them, then grab them. So, click the right stick to crouch, and then approach them, then press the right trigger, and now press Y.
Spill it.
Well, this is a new kind of dance. Here's what you gotta know.
Was that so hard?
No, not really. Alright, grab combat. You can grab enemies who are unaware, stunned, low on health, or affected by certain knockdowns. Okay, so what you do for this is you get the enemy's health down, and then you grab them, and then press Y, or triangle.
Tell me what I want to know.
All right. This is what I know.
Good enough for me.
Thank you.
As expected. Well done.
Alright, and if you want to continue training, click continue training, and then now what we're going to do is grabbing the enemies. Practice grab techniques including attacking and throwing. You can grab enemies who are... Alright, I think this is it. What we're going to do is we're going to knock down that enemy. Attack a grabbed criminal. Wait, how come they're dying so easily? Maybe I think it's because I'm playing on the easiest difficulty. Maybe if we lower it down... How is it going down so easily? Oh, there we go. I'll just shoot them. And now... So, I'm basically going to show you guys how to attack enemies. What you do is you get them down on low health, and then you grab them, and then you can either press X or square to strike, or B or circle to throw. I'm going to do another strike, as soon as I can now attack a grabbed criminal. Whoop. Wrong one. Maybe I gotta not be so far away. Maybe I might just let them stay there for a while. Aha, there we go. And now what you can do is you can grab them and press B or circle to throw over the edge. There's actually a movie titled Over the Hedge. Have you guys ever watched that? I totally recommend it. It is quite good. Shoot them and then grab them and let's throw them into something. Cause them to go kaboom. Shoot that guy. Instantly took him down. Maybe let's just get this guy low in his health, and now let's grab him and throw him into there. Nice! I'm guessing with this one, we do the exact same thing. I guess we just now wait until he's... Shoot him and then take him there, throw him over the edge. Whoop, wrong way. Maybe I will... We will keep trying, guys. Trust me.
You and me now.
Aha, there we go. Now what we do is grab and then press or circle. Over the edge you go. Just like the title of that movie.
Don't get complacent.
Let's just continue our training now, and now what we're going to do is stealth. Practice silent takedowns and ambush takedowns. Alright, so... Stealth attack. Silent takedowns is a slow and quiet method that doesn't draw enemy attention. Ambush takedown is faster and louder. Best for quickly dispatching a foe before fighting the rest. Okay, so... What you do is you crouch and then press Y near an enemy. But just make sure you're well aware of your surroundings. I'm just checking. Yep, his back is still probably towards me. And now we're still crouching and press Y. Really important to avoid detection. I'm just going to go here.
Something's going on over there.
Focus. Remember your training.
Yeah, basically, if you screw up for this bit, you will be forced to do it all over again. And what you gotta do is you gotta just do it again. Just making sure you can't see me. Oh, I always keep forgetting that you can do stealth takedowns when you're on a ledge. I totally forgot that. And let's just approach this enemy. Press Y. Simple as that, guys. Alright, now it's time to perform an ambush takedown. So what we do is we crouch, approach the enemy, and this time press X or square, depending on which console you're playing on. You can return to stealth after you've been detected, outrunning foes, or throw a smoke bomb. So what you do is throw a smoke bomb, get near somewhere, and just hold the Y button. And with that, your character will throw a smoke bomb as they're launching into their hiding spot. Let's do that again. Highly doubt he knows where I am. I don't think you're any kind of magician, dude. I'm just waiting for you to go near somewhere. And what I always do, guys, is when there's someone there, I always wait until... Yeah, when their shield is still red, I always wait until it goes either yellow, grey, or black. That way, they have definite no sign in knowing where I am yet. Just waiting for the perfect time to strike. And what we do is we crouch as we approach them and perform one more ambush takedown by pressing square or X. I actually quite like that takedown move. Silent or ambush takedowns now. Take them down however so you choose. I'm just gonna take down these first two guys with silent takedown, and then the last one with an ambush takedown. Huh. I always like it how Red Hood always throws that enemy off the ledge. Yeah, that probably has to be my favorite kind of takedown now. Or I'll just do it all silently. It's always a good idea to keep quiet and focused. Alright, so now it's time for our combos. Practice effective attack combos.
Sharpen your basic combat skills against this opponent.
Okay, so tap Y for ranged attacks and hold Y for heavy melee attacks. So a ranged attack is when you do this by pressing the Y button. And you could do that, so X and hold X for the heavy range attack. That's the heavy melee attacks done, and now we just gotta do the range attack combos. And if you're wondering why there's a pistol on the left hand corner of the screen, that basically indicates how much ammo you have. So that when it reaches 0 and you tap Y, it will reload for you. You see, it just went out to 0 and I'm going to tap Y, so it will reload. Nice, there we go. And now just one more time. Almost there, just gotta get one more. Come on, Regulator, you can get up. I believe in you. Ah, almost.
I expect no less.
Alright, so now we're going to get into guard break. Practice breaking through blocking enemies' defenses.
When an enemy blocks your attack, break through their defenses with a heavy strike.
So basically, in order to break a shield, all you have to do is just hold the X button when near the enemy, and then you can just defeat them however so you choose. I'm going to do it again with this freak drill dozer. Nice.
As expected. Well done.
It was actually that quick. Alright, and for our second to last basic one, we're going to do ranged attacks. Practice fighting criminals from a distance. Precision aim. Hold left trigger, then aim with the right stick, tap right trigger to fire. Use precision aim for improved marksmanship. This is useful for hitting weak spots, fighting enemies from a distance, as well as targeting environmental hazards. As you can see, I'm going to aim at this fire barrel now, and shoot. And in order to perform a heavy range attack, you hold down the Y button, or triangle if you're playing on the PlayStation 5. And it also says to do headshots with precision aiming. Sorry, I can't speak today.
You're ready to move on.
And it's that easy. And now for our final basic training one, we're going to use smoke bombs. Practice using smoke bombs to escape combat. Alright, so when in combat, use the smoke bomb to grapple out of combat and return to stealth. Hold left bumper to throw smoke bombs. Enemies will lose sight of your hero once they've grappled away. Like I said, you're going to hold down the left bumper whilst you're grappling in order to do that. And that's the whole of the basic training done. So now we're going to move on to the abilities training. Learn to use momentum ability combat techniques. And here it is. So they consist of momentum, guard break, piercing, area of effect, and damage over time. So we're going to start off with momentum, practice gaining momentum in combat. So dealing damage and performing perfect evades adds to your momentum meter. So like that, I'm just going to fill up all my momentum bars, and I'm going to hold down the right bumper and press A for the two-fisted reload. And now I'm going to hold down right bumper and press Y for the piercing ability, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to Hold right bumper and press B for the rage mode, I think it is. Something like the rage mode.
I expect no less.
Right, now for our second one, we're going to use guard break. Practice using momentum abilities with guard break to lower enemy defenses. Use guard break abilities like mystical punch to get through an enemy's defenses. Hold right bumper and tap X to unleash mystical punch. So what you have to do is you have to do this. And that's how you can easily break an enemy's defense. Just gotta do one more. Nice.
Well done.
Done and dusted. And now we're going to move on to piercing. Practice using abilities with piercing damage to interrupt enemies' armored attacks. Enemies will go red before using an armored attack. These can only be interrupted with piercing abilities such as barrage. Gain at least one full momentum segment, then hold right bumper and tap Y to use barrage. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this godmother to do a heavy attack, and now we're going to shoot her with the barrage. So that's what it is, apparently.
Here comes the...
If you're wondering why it came up with the right trigger when I came close to the godmother, that's because I have the ability... That's because I purchased the ability that allows you to grab Goliaths.
You're ready to move on.
Now for our second to last ability training, we're going to use Area of Effect. Practice using momentum abilities against enemy groups. Area of Effect abilities are a great way to control the situation when surrounded and to interrupt enemy evades. To perform Red Hood, Spoil Sport Reload, hold right bumper and press
Some
and
enemies
hold the
will
Y
keep their
button.
distance and evade your attacks. Use an area attack to throw them off balance.
So that's how you do it. We're going to do it again. In fact, I might just wait until that Talon gets up again.
Fire in the hole!
I could really do this all day, to be honest. Now just one more, and then it should be done. Come on, get up.
Here we go.
As expected. Well done.
And now for our last ability training, we're going to use damage over time. Practice using momentum abilities that deal damage over time to exploit enemy weaknesses. To prevent assassins from using smoke bombs, use damage over time abilities like Red Hood's portable turret. Hold right bumper and press X to use it.
Shadow's assassins will try to disappear in damage.
So we're going to hold right bumper and hold down the X button. And then as you can see, we'll let the turret do its job. I'm going to help the turret by damaging it. No, I'm going to help the turret by damaging the assassin. That's what I was meant to say. That should be it.
Good, but don't get complacent.
I'm never complacent, bats. And that's all the abilities training done, and now we're going to move on to the advanced training, guys, where we master expert combat techniques. There are a total of 4 of them, and those are Perfect Evade, Time Strikes, Attack Chains, and Fear. Fear being the last challenge you unlock. And so the first advanced training is called Perfect Evade, where you have to practice dodge timing to master Perfect Evades and Perfect Attacks. So, performing a Perfect Evade gives you the opportunity to follow up with a powerful Perfect Attack counter. Wait until the right moment, where you see the image, and tap B to Perfect Evade, then strike an enemy to perform a Perfect Attack.
Time your dodge to create an open...
So, we're just gonna wait for...
Come here, hero!
like that, and you have to do 5 of each. And there's 2 down. 3. 4. And finally... 5.
I expect no less.
Alright, now for our next advanced training, we're going to do time strikes, where we have to practice timing to master time
In a heated battle,
strikes.
remember to not rush. Time your strike.
Red Hood's time strike
build
uses a
momentum in the
ranged
fight.
attack. As the attack is about to hit an enemy, tap Y to perform a time strike, dealing multiple shots for increased damage and building up momentum. So what you have to do, guys, is you have to shoot a bullet and then wait. One. And what you have to do is you have to shoot and then wait a second and then tap the Y button again.
As expected. Well done.
That's how you do time strikes. So, Y, wait 1 second, Y, then wait 1 second, and then shoot again. Now for our second to last advanced training, we're going to do attack chains. Practice dodging vicious enemy combos.
Some enemies will see an opening and unleash a flurry.
When an enemy performs an attack
the right
chain,
counter,
double
you
tap,
can put them on
tap
the
B to
defensive.
dodge their final strike and perform a perfect evade. This also leaves the enemy open to a perfect attack. So I'm just going to wait until this godmother waits for me to attack her with her cane. I almost did it then. See, this is like one of the most hardest challenges in the game, I'm not gonna lie. Ah, there we go, that's one, and now we just need to do 2 more. Come on, godmother, you got this. I almost did it, so now we gotta do 1, 2, and then 3.
Good.
Oh, that was it. That was... I already did 1, but it took 2 damage for me, okay. So, alright guys, so the last advanced training section and the last training section in the game is titled Fear, where we have to practice using fear against Gotham's criminals. Let's do it. Alright, so certain abilities can strike fear into enemies. Fear affects their actions and terrified enemies will flee completely. Hold right bumper and hold B to use Red Hood's Mega Tackle. So hold right bumper and hold down the B button in order to scare off a bunch of enemies, and then what they should do is they should flee into the shadow over there. And now let's just do it again until we have enough enemies in there. Oh, there's another one. All you have to do is literally just 2.
You're ready to move on.
And there you go. That's all of the training in Gotham Knights. There's no more training after that. Okay guys, and so like that, I am going to end the video here. If you at any point enjoyed, which I hope you did, or if you'd like to see me make more Gotham Knights videos, which I hope you do, then do consider dropping a like on this video, and also if this is your first time watching the channel, do consider subscribing and turning on all the notifications, so that you cannot miss my future uploads on this game, which is going to be every weekday at 3 PM British time, and subscribing is a brilliant way to helping reach 200 subscribers, which I very much appreciate. And Happy New Year, everybody! We are finally in 2023 by the looks of it. Anyway, guys, I'll see y'all then. Goodbye! Have a great day, have fun, and stay safe, and Happy New Year 2023!